Today I'm heading to one of British Columbia's most breathtaking destinations, Joffre Lakes. Get ready to experience the crystal clear turquoise waters, stunning mountain vistas, and an unforgettable hike through the heart of nature. Whether you're a seasoned adventurer or just love to explore beautiful places, this journey would inspire you. So lace up your hiking boots and let's dive into the natural beauty of Joffre Lakes. In case you're wondering, I'm James, or you can call me Hamo. I love exploring new places, different cultures, and the best views in town, and this one is right up there. We wax lyrical about far-flung places, and rightly so, but sometimes you need to explore closer to home. Joffre Lakes, here I come. In terms of the distance, the drive between Vancouver and Joffre Lakes Provincial Park is approximately 183 kilometres, and it takes about 2 hours 45 minutes to 3 hours to drive, and the parking lot can overcrowd, so if you're going for a day trip you're going to leave pretty early, but a lot of people stay in Pemberton or Whistler for a night before and a night after just to feel not so rushed and be closer for when they finish. There is a bit of admin to cover first for Joffre Lakes, and that's the day passes. You do need one for every person who hikes on the day, and you can sign up and try to get one at 7 AM 2 days before. You're going to have to go on the website, queue up and get lucky, and you can book 4 tickets in one transaction. If you're camping, you do not need a day pass. You just need to bring your reservation with you, and that covers your day and night in the park. The passes are checked at the parking lot as you enter the park. I would advise getting to the parking lot early because it can get quite busy in there, and just make sure you give yourself enough time. The authorities limit 500 visitors per day to the park now. If you need to cancel your ticket or you can't go anymore, go online and cancel it so other people can acquire that ticket. It is free, all of it's free, no cost, and just be mindful of other travellers trying to go too. All passes are emailed to you, and finally there's limited service in the park, so make sure you get your pass printed or screenshotted on your phone so it can be scanned at the park, and be aware you can't use your phone for any service as you go up the hike towards Joffre Lakes. Right, let's get stuck into the good stuff. Right, let's crack on. The hike is approximately 10 kilometres round trip and typically takes around 4 to 5 hours to complete, depending on your pace and how much time you spend enjoying the views. So first off is Lower Joffre Lake. The trail begins with an easy, relatively flat path that leads you to the first of the 3 lakes. This part of the hike is short and suitable for all ages and skill levels, and it's quite a nice, serene setting with its calm, reflective waters and surrounding forest, and a nice, easy way in to the trail ahead. So I'm feeling good at this point, nothing too strenuous. Let's crack on to the middle Joffre Lake. So the trek becomes more challenging as you ascend towards the middle lake. It becomes a series of switchbacks and steady climb through the dense forest. As you gain elevation, the path can become rocky and uneven, so it requires a bit more effort and careful footing. Just be careful with that. Along the way, you'll encounter some picturesque streams and small waterfalls, but look at this turquoise water. It's a classic Canadian lake that is a dream to look at all day, every day. We went to every vantage point to get a photo and marvel at this gem from every angle. This really blew my mind actually. It was giving me Moraine Lake vibes in Alberta. And on a perfect day like this, with clear blue skies and no clouds, you really do get the awesome reflections in the lake, and they are a feast for the eyes. The vibe was majestic, and I was absolutely in my element. There are a few people about here, so you're going to have to pick a seat wisely and try and get away from the crowds. It's quite congested because it's quite a narrow path next to the lake, but it makes you appreciate the nature, and it makes you feel quite unique because you cannot beat this kind of setting for a morning. Just absolutely mind-blowing. And we could have stayed there all day, but we had to go up to the upper lake, and I was excited to see what lays ahead. So the final ascent to Upper Joffre Lake is the most challenging part of the hike, with steeper sections and more rugged terrain. You'll pass by the impressive Holloway Falls, as you can see here, and climb over rocks and roots, but the effort is well worth it, as there'll be a stunning reward at the top with turquoise waters of the Upper Joffre Lake set against the backdrop of Mattia Glacier and Taran Peaks. The glacier's meltwater gives the lake its vibrant colour, creating a surreal and breathtaking scene. But look at this. What is this? Wow, is this even real? Couldn't believe what I was seeing. The water was clear. As I've said about 100 times already, the lake was turquoise and there weren't too many people about, and the silence was golden. We brought lunch and a coffee and picked a spot on the rocks to enjoy the view, and honestly, this is the dream life. It is a challenging hike, but once you get to the spot, the silence, the views and the colours give it a heavenly aura. It is worth the climb 100%. What blew my mind was how clear and refreshing the water is. I won't be taking a dip in there anytime soon, no, because it's bloody refreshing, but we soaked it all in for as long as possible and had an awesome view for lunch. I can't think of any better. And before we knew it, we're back down the same route to the parking lot to finish the hike. What a dreamy walk, and I can see why it's one of the most popular in BC, but now I know why people wax lyrical about it. I was stunned. I'd been to Moraine Lake and Louise Lake before, and they were awesome too, but this place blew my mind. It felt more remote, more mystical, and more heavenly. Even though the climbing can be tough, I was glad to get a sweat on to enjoy my lunch at one of the best views of all time. Joffrey Lakes was worth a roam, and you really should get this on your BC list, but you're going to have to be organised and get lucky with the admin. If you want to read more about my Joffrey Lakes hike and other hikes I recommend around the Vancouver and BC area, click the link below in the show notes. There's a link to my blog on my website. Joffrey Lakes, thank you so much. I'll see you again soon. What a day, what a hike, and what a view for lunch. Cheers. Please follow and subscribe on my YouTube channel today, and let's go and see the world. Cheers, Hamo.